In the summer of 2013, a hard drive the size of a chocolate bar was thrown in the bin in Newport, Wales. On it was a private key controlling 8,000 Bitcoin. Almost nobody cared at the time. Today, that wallet has been worth as much as $750 million, buried under 100,000 tons of rubbish. And the man who lost it has spent 12 years trying to dig it back out. This is the most expensive mistake you'll ever be glad you didn't make. His name is James Howells, an IT engineer from Newport. In early 2009, Bitcoin was weeks old and basically worthless. You could mine it on a normal laptop while you did something else, so James did, running his Dell overnight for a couple of months and collecting about 8,000 coins. He saved the private key, the thing that proves the coins are yours, onto a hard drive. Then Bitcoin went quiet, and James moved on. Here's the part that hurts. James took that laptop apart, and the hard drive with the key went into a desk drawer, where it sat for years. He couldn't easily use it anyway. The key didn't play nicely with his newer Apple machine. So it just lived there, a little black rectangle holding a fortune that didn't exist yet. In summer 2013, James was clearing out his house. In that drawer were two near-identical drives, one blank, one holding the keys to 8,000 Bitcoin. He grabbed what he thought was the empty one, bagged it, and asked his partner Hafina to take the rubbish to the tip. She did. You already know which drive it was. They still tell it differently, but either way it went into the Docksway landfill, and the rubbish kept piling on top. Then Bitcoin started to climb. When it was binned, the wallet was worth around £500,000. By late 2013, 4 million. By 2021, roughly £200 million. By 2024, around $750 million. Imagine watching a number climb on a screen, knowing it's technically yours, and knowing it's under a decade of other people's trash. Most people would scream into a pillow and move on. James is not most people. He built a real recovery plan, bringing in investors to fund the dig for a share, and hiring landfill and data recovery experts, including an advisor who'd helped recover the hard drive from the Space Shuttle Columbia disaster. The proposed budget ran to 10 or 11 million pounds, and the methods got ambitious. The pitch included AI trained to spot the drive as waste was sorted, a mechanical arm, drones overhead, and Boston Dynamics-style robot dogs patrolling the site as mobile cameras. A genuine, robot dog-powered treasure hunt. For one hard drive, possibly already crushed. To get permission, James made the council an offer. Take a cut. At one point, he proposed giving the city about a quarter of the money and floated handing roughly £50 million to the people of Newport, around £175 each. Found money for the whole town. All they had to do was let him dig. Newport City Council said no, then no again. Their reasons weren't about Bitcoin. Digging up a sealed landfill risks releasing methane, asbestos, and toxic leachate. Their environmental permit doesn't allow it, the cost would be enormous, and there's no guarantee the drive even survived. To them, this was an environmental and legal problem, not a treasure hunt. So in December 2024, James sued, asking for the drive back or around £495 million. On the 9th of January 2025, the High Court answered. Judge Kaiser ruled the claim had no realistic prospect of success and threw it out. The gut punch. Under the Control of Pollution Act of 1974, once something enters a council landfill, it becomes the council's property. The moment that bag hit the tip, the fortune arguably stopped being his. He didn't stop. He took it to the Court of Appeal, and in March 2025 that was dismissed too. He said he'd go further, all the way to the European Court of Human Rights if he had to. 12 years in, the legal doors were closing one by one. So James changed tactics. If they won't let him dig, he'll buy the problem. In mid-2025, he reportedly offered around £25 million for the landfill itself. The council's response included asking him to cover a six-figure legal bill first. Meanwhile, Newport plans to close the landfill and turn it into a solar farm, which would bury the dream for good. He's even launched a crypto token tied to the saga, and there's a documentary series in the works. So he may finally make money, not from the Bitcoin, but from the story of losing it. The most crypto thing imaginable. So where does it stand? The coins are still down there, the courts have said no, and the landfill may soon be solar panels. And James Howells still won't fully let go. The lesson is stupidly simple. Label your drives, back up your keys, and don't keep a fortune on a drive in a junk drawer next to an identical empty one. If you'd been a hard drive but never a good story, subscribe.